Saptashishimat. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Tenzikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhana ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mayapur Dham ki Jagannath Puri Dham ki Yamuna Maya ki Ganga Maya ki Tulasi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki Vihatma Danga Transcendental Book Distribution ki ISKCON Ireland ki Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namaste Narayana Shringar. Vishnu Bhakti Bari Devi Satchivachana Gaya Tulsi Devai Priya Krishna Sacha Vishnu Bhakti Bari Devi Satchivachana Mrindaye Tulsi Devai Priya Krishna Sacha Vishnu Bhakti Bari Devi Satchivachana Tulsi Maharani Ki Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Prayasi
प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवत्तै नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्यै प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवत्तै नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्यै प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवत्तै नमो नमः। ब्रजधाम वास प्रदायिनी वृंद देवी श्री तुलसी महारानी की श्री श्री चैतन्य शिक्षाष्टकम की जय। चेतो दर्पणार्जनम भवमहाधवामी श्रीरचंद्रिका विकरणं विद्याधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनम् प्रतिफलं पूर्णामृतस्वादनम् सर्वास्वस्तमनं परं विजये श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम् नाम नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रापिता नियमितस्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवनिर्दिशं विहारानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भक्तिर्हरि त्वयि अयनन्तराकिं पतितां मां विश्वे भवामुदो कृपया तव पादपङ्कज सिद्धधूली सदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदुर्गया गिरा पुलकेर्निचितं वपुकदा तव नामग्रहणे भविष्यति युवायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दमगरेण मे आदृश्यवापागतां विनष्टु माम् आदर्शनां वर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु नं वटो मधुप्राणनाथस्तु सैव नापरा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। To the holy names of the Lord first, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life to propagating the holy names of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Rama to be equal to or independent of the names of the Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures and versions to the worldly version. Fifth, to consider the role of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretations to the holy names of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. And 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna pray.
Now let us offer our respectful obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees in the world. Just like the desire trees to fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for all conditioned souls.
कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय।
चार श्रीदास ठाकुर की जय, गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Just there's one short announcement. One of our, actually the temple president when I joined here in 1982, well, he's coming over next week, but his brother passed away last night, so he rang me and asked me to ask the devotees to stay around for him. So if you're chanting, please keep him in mind. He was a devotee who he lived in the temple for a year, maybe a year and a half. Actually in Belfast is where he stayed, and so he had a long illness, but his funeral is here next week. So the devotee Shonika Rishi is his name. His brother Lorcan died. He never got initiated, but when he was leaving his body, his daughter and his daughter was chanting Hare Krishna for him as well. So Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Second and second.
Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Shri Panchadharman ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha
Bhakta Madhurati Gita Stokta Sata Shishimat. His Divine Grace Sesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Gatsika Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Maya Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sama Veda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan. Brihat Madanga Transcendental Bhaktish. ISKCON Ireland. Go Premanande. Glorious to the assembly. Glorious to the assembly. Glorious to the assembly. Glorious to Shishi Guru and Guru.
So now we have
Sorry.
Abhay Lila. Chaitanya Charitamrita. I have shared the verse in the group of sharing all the groups. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Shri Narsimha Jaya Jaya Narsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringam. Shri Narsimha Jaya Jaya Narsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringam. This Narsmiha Aarti, so today's lecture will be on the pastimes of Narsmiha Bhagwan across the four yugas. So we'll begin with Kali Yuga, Dwapar, Satyug, Treta and back to Kali Yuga. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Okay, so we'll recite the Narsimha Stotra first, but before that, just for everybody's information, that this Narsimha aarti that we just sung, it's taken from two different places. The first portion that we sing, Namaste Narsimhaya, it is two verses from Narsimha Purana. Okay? Namaste Narsimhaya Praladhaladadaine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shiratanka Nakhale. That is the first verse. Then Ito Narsimha and Narsimha Vadim Sharanam Prapadde is the second verse. Why do we sing that? Because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how many stairs are there in Jagannath Puri's main temple? Anybody knows? 20. How many stairs? 22 stairs. So when Mahaprabhu would go up and down, he would sing these two verses. Namaste Narsimhaya Praladhaladadaine. So that is why Prabhupada adapted that from the first portion. And the second portion is from the Dashavatar Stotra. Pralaya Payodhi Jale Vikramaya Siddhinam Tavakara Kamala Varena Kamar Udashingam. So Prabhupada combined these two and gave the legendary Narsimha Aarti that is sung across all the centers of ISKCON, morning and evening. So with that note, we'll all recite the Narsimha Kavach Stotra together and then dive into the lecture. Just give me a second here. Shishi Narsimha Kavach Stotra ki Jai. Narsimha Kavacham Vakshe Praladeno Kitam Pura Sarvaraksha Punyam Sarvapatra Vinashanam Sarvasampatkaram Chaiva Sarvamoksha Pradayakam Dhyatva Narsimham Devesham Vena Simhasanastitam Vigatasyam Vinainam Sharakrindu Samaprabham Lakshmyanangita Vamangam Vibhuti Virupashitam Chaturbhujam Komarangam Sarnakundala Shobhitam Saroja Shobhito Rastam Ratnakeyuramudritam Tapta Kanchana Sankasham Vita Nirmalavasasam Indradi Suramodishvaram Suramanikya Diktivi Virajita Paradandam Shankra Chakrati Diktivi Garudmata Shavinaya Suyamana Mudamitam Swarekam Samvasam Kritva Tukavacham Pate Narsimho Shirapatu Loka Rakshata Sambhava Sarvopi Sambhavasa Palamene Shatudanam Narsimho Shirapatu Soma Surya Vilojana Susame Patu Nandari Muni Bhagya Stuti Priya Nasame Simanachastu Mukham Lakshmi Mukha Priya Sarva Vidyati Patu Narsimho Rasanam Mahindu Badanam Sada Pralada Pandita Narsimha Patu Mekantham Skanda Uprikanam Divya Sajopika Puja Narsimha Patu Mevaja Karau Me Deva Karto Narsimha Patu Sarva Hridaya Yogi Satyascha Nivasam Patu Me Hari Bhajar Patu Hiranyaksha Vaksha Mokshe Vidayana Navine Patu Narahi Swarali Ganda Santuta Brahmana Kopaya Katyam Yusasva Manikatim Guyana Guyana Mantarana Urumano Mapatu Janu Narupale Jage Patu Dharapara Samrikeshari Suraraja Dharapatu Adamena Meshwara Sahasra Sri Chapurusha Patu Meshwara Urvata Pato Mahavira Yogita Mahavishnu Dakshinetu Mahadvara Sunerta Paschime Patu Sarvesho Dishine Sarvatomuka Narsimha Patu Ayavyam Saumya Bhushana Vigraha Ishanyam Patu Gatome Sarvamangala Samsara Patu Mrityu Nikeshari Idam Narsimha Kavacham Praladam Pamanitam Bhakti Manya Parena Nityam Sarva Papai Pramuchate Putravan Dharman Loke Tripadayu Upajayate Yam Yam Kamete Kamam Tam Tam Prapnutta Samshayam Sarvatra Jayamapnoti Sarvatra Vijayi Bhave Bhumi Antariksha Vidyanam Brahmanam Nivaranam Vrishtikorana Sambhuta Vishaparanam Param Brahmarakshasi Rakshanam Durapsarana Karanam Bhuje Mahara Patreva Kavacham Likitam Shubham Karam Mole Kramnena Siddhayukaram Siddhaya Devasuram Manushesu Samsam Devajaya Pravade Eka Sanjanta Sanjapa Yakapenya Tolhara Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Bhukti Mukti Chamidari Dvakanchati Sahasrani Patai Sudatmanam Kavachasya Samantasya Amantasya Prajayate Anena Mantra Rajena Kripa Pasvami Mantram Tilakam Vimiyadyastu Tasya Graha Vayamare Tripavantamanastu Dattam Bhagavatam Prasadyogamam Nasimhagamachare Tasya Rohanayashati Yatasya Kushambhava Kimatrabhu Noktena Nasimhasatrijobhave Manasa Chintakam Yatu Satarcham Nokasamshayam Garjantam Rajayantam Nijapujapatalam Sotayantam Hadantam Nityantam Tapayantam Divipudivitam Shepayantam Shipantam Grandantam Roshayantam Dishi Dishi Sagatam Sambarantam Varantam Vishyantam Purnayantam Karanikareyaye Namami Iti Shri Brahmana Purane Prarabdam Shri Narasimhakajam Sampurnam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, my Guru Maharaj, he used to recite this Narsmiha Kavach every night, no matter how tired he was. And the intention behind reciting this was that whole of ISKCON remains in one piece. So when we want to pray for others, this is the best prayer for their protection, for their shield, for their shelter. So adapting the mood of Guru Maharaj, we have started reciting this for more than a year now, more than a year's time. So every morning for the protection of ISKCON Dublin, because all the devotees, they are going out on the streets. I got to know through Abhay Prabhu that 40 books were distributed. Was it yesterday, Prabhu? Yesterday. So that's amazing. 40 books were distributed. Then we have Shama Mataji, Ajay Prabhu. They give wonderful lectures Friday evening. Then we have Subhati Prabhu. We have so many devotees. We have the chefs, the cooks. We have Keshav Kumar Prabhu running the Kirtan department. So this is a prayer from our behalf to Lord Narsmiha Dev that please protect everyone who is taking part in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan, because we all have our prarabdha, we have envious people, we have so many things attacking the Hare Krishna people. So this is a very wonderful prayer that is sung for the protection of others. And if you have to protect yourself, then it is Narayan Kavach. You have to protect others, it is Narsmiha Kavach. Okay? So with that note, we'll start today's lecture. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhaktreshu Nityam Bhagavatasevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirumati Naishiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So today, as I said, we'll do time travel. We'll walk across all the 4 yugas to see how Narsmiha Dev prevailed in all the 4 yugas. So we'll take one verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is Adi Lila, and the chapter is 17th, verse number text is 92nd. So please repeat after me. Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hata Gadalaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hata Gadalaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hate Gadalaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hate Gadalaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hate Gadalaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe Prabhu Hate Gadalaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Pashadi Marite Yaya Nagare Dhaya.
Narsmiha Aveshe. In the ecstatic mood of Lord Narsmiha, Prabhu, the Lord, Hare, in his hand, Gada, club, Laya, taking, Pashandi, the atheist, Marite, to kill, Yaya, goes, Nagade, in the city, Dhaya, running. Translation by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the mood of Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Chaitanya ran through the city streets, club in hand, ready to kill all the atheists. Om Akyanti Minadasya Vyananjanashaya Chakshurvanimitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So I am confident that every one of us here knows who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Anybody who doesn't know? Mataji, you know? You don't know. Okay. So you see the deities over here? So the person in the middle who is asking you to come to him, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined incarnation of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. When Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita, it was mostly practical. Arjun, you do this, you do that. But a good teacher is who not only tells us things theoretically, but also practically. So remember in school we had theory and practical sessions. We used to go to lab to do the whatever we learned theoretically, we used to do the experiment in the lab. Similarly, Krishna, he thought to himself that I have said to Arjun, but I myself have not done that. So let me come down and do it myself before preaching to the world. Walk your talk. So then Krishna, he said, in whole of Bhagavad-gita, Krishna preached to Arjun that do bhakti. Yes, you surrender everything to me, sarva dharma parityaja mamekam sharanam vraj. But now the problem with Krishna is that he does not know what bhakti is. Because he is Bhagavan, has never done bhakti. So how would he know what bhakti is? So then Radharani laughed at him and said, Tumse na ho payega, you can't do that. So you will need my help for that. And then all of us know that Krishna is a thief. So rather than asking for help, he stole the mood of Radharani, the heart of Radharani, and the complexion of Radharani. He stole everything, and then he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the wonderful part is how he appeared. Who was the person who called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this material world? Advaita. So you see the person on the leftmost of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sorry, right, our leftmost is rightmost, that is the person in beard, that is Advaita Acharya. He is a combination of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. Okay? It's a long backstory, you can hear previous lectures. So he used to worship Shaligram Shilas. And the Shaligram he had was Narsmiha Shaligram. And he was praying to the Narsmiha Shaligram that may the original person come from his home down to this material world, because this earth, this Kalyug is in a very bad shape. And then the Lord appeared finally some 500 years back. So our Acharyas have compared Mahaprabhu to Lord Nrsimhadev, to lion. How? The first thing is the complexion. Lion is golden in complexion, and so is Mahaprabhu. Then the lion, you see, broad chest and thin waist. Mahaprabhu has broad chest and thin waist. Then the neck of Mahaprabhu is thick like a lion, but very short. Again, that of a lion, a simha. Same resemblance. And the lion roars, isn't it? And what did Mahaprabhu do? Hare Bol. Okay? He also roared. So you see the resemblance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Lord Nrsimhadev. So he is none other than Lord Nrsimhadev. Now we'll stop here. We'll come back to this pastime. So today we will take the pastimes of Advaitacharya, like he called Mahaprabhu, who came in the mode of Nrsimhadev. Then we will take the most of the pastimes would be with Srivas Thakur. You see the person on the other end, that is Srivas Thakur, and Gadadhar Pandit, who is Bame, Gadadhara. Okay? But now, before that, now let's go to Dwapar. Lord Krishna has departed from this world, and Parikshit Maharaj got cursed and is asking questions from Shukadev Goswami. Now what's happening is, after the 6th canto, he has a doubt. He thinks, Parikshit Maharaj thinks, that Lord always favors the Devatas. So that's the question. This is the starting point. And then he's asking, my dear Guru, why is it that Krishna favors or God favors only the Devatas? So Shukadev Goswami, it's a long prasang, but then he says that that's not the case. Actually, it is our 3 gunas, goodness, passion and ignorance, and based on that we are reaping our fruits. But then he said, if you have that curiosity, let me narrate a story to you. And then he starts narrating a story that once what happened, there was in Dwapar Yuga, during the time of Lord Krishna, there was one Rajasuya Yajna. And in that Rajasuya Yajna, everyone wanted Lord Krishna to be the main person, the person of interest, or the person who is supposed to be getting the highest honor, should be Lord Krishna. But there was one person who didn't want that, and that was Shishupal. So Shishupal, he was a demon practically, and he had a boon or a curse. It was that he can only curse Lord Krishna 100 times. If he crosses that 100, he will be killed by Lord Krishna. That was a prophecy when he was born. And he was very smart. He used to sit with calculator and start cursing Lord Krishna. When it comes to 99 time, he would stop and again restart, resetting of the clock. 1, 2, 3, 99 and again. But this time what happened was, the argument got heated up, and Sahadev from the 5 Pandavas, he started taking sides with Lord Krishna that this is not even a question. He is the supreme person. He should be worshipped. He should be honored. And then Shishupal and then Bhishma Pitama also started taking side with Krishna. So he became so outraged, Shishupal, that now instead of Krishna, he started cursing Bhishma Dev and Sahadev. So Krishna says, you do anything to me, I am going to forgive, but anything happens to my devotees, I am not going to forgive. And then he crossed his mark of 100. And Sudarshan Chakra was invoked, Shishupal was killed, and Shishupal merged inside the body of Krishna. He got liberation. Now when this happened, Parikshit Maharaj's grandfather, that is Yudhishthir Maharaj, he was very intrigued. How did this happen? He said, all of us, we are dying for liberation, and this person is a demon, he is envious of Krishna, and he gets liberation. So why is God partial to us, and why is God biased to the asuras? So you see the question is flipped now. The grandson is asking, why is he taking sides of the Devatas? And the grandfather is asking, why is he taking side of these asuras? So Krishna is equal to everyone. He is not partial to anyone. So this is why Shukdev Goswami specifically mentioned this pastime. But now the curiosity of Yudhishthira Maharaj rises. So he is asking to Narad Muni, why did this happen? And Narad Muni said something very beautiful. He said, Krishna wants our absorption. We can take our 16 rounds, 2 or 16 rounds, but we are not absorbed in Krishna. We are just doing things mechanically. It will have small fruit, but not the fruit that Shishupal achieved. Shishupal was completely absorbed in Krishna. Kams was completely absorbed in Krishna. Even when he slept, he saw Krishna in his dreams, Kams. When he was eating, he saw Krishna in chapati, in dal, in pani, in everything. He would see Krishna. And so did Shishupal. So Narad Muni explained, Krishna wants our absorption, either positively or negatively. Now that does not mean we will start hating Krishna, right? Because our acharyas have said not to do that. Bhajatam priti purvakam. Krishna says, isn't it? That you do my bhajan, but priti purvakam, out of love, don't hate me. But again, the story was, now Yudhishthira Maharaj is more eager. He says, how did this Shishupal became so absorbed in Krishna? So Narad Muni replies, because he is an eternal servitor of Krishna. Who is he? Jai. Jai and Vijay. Jai or Vijay. Now again more curiosity. Who are Jai and Vijay? Because that time we didn't have television, right? So the only thing you can get to know the pastime is through your Gurujans. So who are Jai and Vijay? Then the story began of how once Sanat Kumar, the four Kumaras, who are they? Sanat, Sanandan, Sanatan and Sanat. These are the first born of Lord Brahma. Trillions of years old, but appear only 5 years throughout the time. Once they had this desire that let us go and visit Lord Vishnu or Narayana in Vaikuntha. They go, there are 7 gates. They cleared the first 6 gates. In the final gate, Jai and Vijay, the two doors keepers, stopped. There was exchange of words, and then the Sanat Kumar, they got angry and they said that your behavior is not that of a Devata. Your behavior is of a Asur, because only an Asur is going to stop meeting a Jeev from God. So you are Asur, so I curse you, you go and become Asur for 3 lifetimes or Devata or Manushya for 7 lifetimes. Immediately Lord Narayan comes and then he says the words have been spoken, the curse has been spoken. So you decide 7 lifetimes as humans or 3 as Asurs. So they said we cannot stay for so long from you, my God. So 7 is not an option for us. 3 as Asur we accept. So the first 2 lifetimes were that of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Now Krishna says, Ye yathama prapadyate tam sathaiva bhajamyaham. If you take 1 step, I take 1 step. So some devotee asks Krishna, how is that fair? If we just take one step, then it is going to take us trillions of years to reach you, because we are very small. So Krishna says, if you want to know my step, ask Bali. He will tell you my step. Right? So the thing is, you just start. You just start. Rest, leave it on Krishna. Start coming to the association. Start chanting your rounds. Start reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gita. And rest Krishna is going to take care of us. Right? So yeah, then so Krishna says, or Narayan says, don't worry. You are taking 3 births. I will take 4 births to rescue you. So he took first 2 births as Varahadev, not birth, but he manifested as Varahadev and Narsmiha. Then he killed Ravan and Kumbhakarna as Ram, that is 3 incarnations, and he killed Shishupal and Dantavakra as Krishna. Right? So he came 4 times. You see how partial he is. He said, you take 1 step, I take 1 step. But now he's so Bhakta Vatsal that if you go 3 times, I will come 4 times to rescue you. So that is how great our Krishna is. So Hiranyaksha is killed, and then his wives, his mother, everyone, they are crying, sobbing. Hiranyakashipu comes, and Hiranyakashipu is very good with words. He's like me. So he sits like this on the Vyasasana and gives a very nice lecture. That what are you crying for? You are not this body, you are soul. Haven't you read Bhagavad-gita? And don't worry, my brother, he has just gone to a different realm, this and that, don't worry. And as soon as he gets off gets off the Vyasasana, goes out, calls his minister and says, we need to find and kill that Vishnu. So you see the hypocrisy. First, he gives very nice knowledge of Bhagavad-gita, and as soon as he gets off, what he is doing? He is showing his true colors. So now again, don't trust everybody that lectures you. First, see what their lifestyle is. Follow them, observe them. And this is not my words, this is Prabhupada's words. Before taking a guru, we must scrutinize them very, very closely. Because what's going to happen is that later, if something goes wrong, fall down or anything, unfortunately, then we will spend our whole life just defending them rather than thinking of going back to Krishna. So that is why one of my college teachers would say, I'll say in Hindi because that has more impact. So he said, जितना रोना है एग्जाम के पहले रो लो, बाद में रोया तो मैं मारूंगा ज़्यादा तुम्हें. Meaning, if you have to cry, cry before the exam. Like study, cry, study. Don't cry after the exam. There is no point. You failed your exam. So that is why pay attention very closely before choosing anyone as your guru. That is a siksha here. Anyway, moving ahead. So Hiranyakashipu then, he has this enmity with Lord Vishnu. But either you say fortunate or unfortunately, the person that he loved the most betrayed him the most. That was his own son, Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj, he was in the home of his mother when Narad Muni, he gave the whole knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. And then what happened was, after 100 years of tapasya, Hiranyakashipu, he became almost invincible. He, like Prabhu said the other day, that he was very good strategist. When he got to know that he can not become immortal, so he used all the permutation and combination to become immortal. Can you tell me a few things that he asked? Yes.
Not to be killed by animal or human.
Not to be killed by any animal or human. Yes, Gitasha Prabhu, what did he ask?
Second, I should not be being killed outside or inside.
Outside or inside the house? Yes,
Not
Prabhu.
be killed by any weapon.
Not be killed by any weapon.
Be-
First one. Yeah?
Not to be killed by day or night.
Not to be killed either in day or night. Anybody else?
Not to be killed in the 12 months.
Not to be killed in any 12 months.
months.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Adhik Maas is coming.
Starting
Yes.
from
No.
No.
17th.
17th May.
17th of May. Yes.
Not to be killed by any living or non-living entity.
Living or non-living. Yes.
not to be okay.
Not to be killed on land or sky.
Sky or land.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it? Okay. So these were a few of the things that Hiranyakashipu said to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma said, so be it, Tathastu. And then the story we all know. What's the story next is that after a certain point when Prahlad Maharaj, he was sent, what the things that he was sent to for being killed?
Holika, in fire.
Holika Bua, yes.
From the cliff.
Snakes,
Elephant.
elephant.
Mountain.
He was thrown from the cliff.
Boiled water.
He was tried to be boiled in the water. What else? He was given poison. Yeah.
Elephant.
Mad elephant. He was sent in front of the mad elephant. Then he was sent in a cave full of snakes. So his father, his own father, who used to love him so much, what happened? There was one incident when he very lovingly called his son, sat him on his lap, and asked, "What did you learn in school, my child?" And what did Prahlad reply, Aishani?
That I learned that Vishnu or Krishna is the Supreme Personality.
Yeah, I learned that Vishnu or Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that you should also worship him. And there was already a backstory. He was envious. He wanted to revenge the death of his brother Hiranyaksha. So you understand how much betrayed he felt. And then the enmity began, and he wanted his child to be killed. Now, the independent day of the Devatas appeared. That was the Narsmiha Lila. Because for us, it is just another festival. where we will decorate the altar and do fasting and hear lectures. But the devatas, the way they were waiting for that day, we have no idea. Because Hiranyakashipu had captured all the devatas. He would just look at the sky, and with his mood, either it will start raining or sunshine or whatever. So they were completely helpless, the devatas, and they wanted this day very badly to come. And finally that day appeared. And what happened on that day was that he started challenging Prahlad, that where is your Vishnu? Where is your Vishnu? And Prahlad said, he is everywhere. And then there was a pillar inside his courtyard. And he was very much sure that even if his Vishnu is everywhere, it cannot be in this pillar because I grew up in this courtyard. So I know my courtyard better than, courtroom better than anybody else. So he was 100% sure that his Vishnu cannot be inside this pillar. And then Lord Vishnu, he was just watching which pillar is going to say. Because then I have to hide behind that pillar. And then the famous scene, is your Vishnu in this pillar? Yes, he's everywhere, he's in that pillar. And then Vishnu, as Narsmiha Lila, is manifested in that pillar. With one blow of club, the pillar breaks, and then Garjantam Garjayantam Vishabhushabhatam Sotayantam Atantam Divyantam Tapayantam Dishigudishijam Shepayantam Shivantam Pranantam Roshayantam Dishidishitatam Sambarantam Bharantam Vikshantam Purnayantam Karanikarashtayarispresam Namami. Shri Narsmiha Lila appears. And then there is a great fight between Narsmiha Lila and all the asuras. It is not a very 5-minute fight, no. It lasted a long time because this pillar scene did not happen at sunset. It happened in the mid of the day. And then Narsmiha Lila comes, and then there is a great fight. And Hiranyakashipu was not somebody ordinary. His Simhasan, his Vyasasan, it was 275 feet tall. So you can understand the height of Hiranyakashipu. And the fight was very wonderful, and in the evening, the blood pressure was rising of everybody, because in the evening what happens is the power of the asur, it increases. So this is exactly what happened with Hiranyaksha and Varahadev. He was just playing around. So Brahmaji comes and says that our blood pressure is rising, my lord. Kill him. And then with one slap, he killed, Varahadev kills Hiranyaksha. So similarly, the evening comes, twilight comes, and then he has to break all the permutation and combination, Narsmiha Lila. So he is neither a man, neither an animal. He is going on the brink that has this chaukhut, neither inside the house, neither outside the house. On his laps, neither in the sky, neither in the land, neither in the water, with no weapons. And when the exact time strikes, done. And when he is killed, Narsmiha Lila does not stop there. So this is a love story actually. This is the greatest love story of all time. From an outside world, this looks like an action thriller. No, this is a love story between Prahlad Maharaj, a devotee, and Lord Narsmiha Lila in Vatsalya Bhava. So he becomes very angry after killing. Why? Because then he remembers all the atrocities that was performed on his devotee Prahlad. And the whole world started trembling. Brahmaji did not have the audacity to go and pacify him. They all started reciting prayers, but they didn't have the audacity to go in front of him because they thought he's going to kill us as well. So Lord Shiva, Mother Lakshmi, everyone, they said, we can't go. And then finally Lord Brahma goes to Prahlad, you go, he has come for you, you pacify him. Then Prahlad Maharaj said something very wonderful. If I was in his position, I would be very proud that he came for me. You see, what a great devotee I am. Now I will post this on Instagram and YouTube for the whole world to see that my Laddu Gopal is drinking milk and Darshan Dev appeared for me. But what did Prahlad Maharaj do? He said, no, why do you say he came for me? I am a demon. I am the son of a demon. You all are great devotees. Actually, he came to rescue you. And he was not just manipulating or being hypocritical. That was his genuine emotion, bhav. That why do you say that? He actually came for you. Remember, you all went to Lord Vishnu and prayed that this Hiranyakashipu, he is actually creating havoc in the society. So Lord Vishnu said, don't worry, I will come to save you. So he said, I will come to save you, not me. My only qualification is that I am a disciple of Narad Muni. The only qualification. If I were not his disciple, who would have told me that there is Lord Vishnu and worship and pray to Lord Vishnu? And why would Lord Vishnu come to a demon's family to save a demon child? So you see that genuine bhav. Something that we all must learn from Prahlad Maharaj. And we can also learn from Hiranyakashipu is that Hiranyakashipu was very determined for his goal. Whether it be spiritual or material. We all must take inspiration from Hiranyakashipu. How we can be so determined that no matter what, if I have to kill Vishnu, I will give it my best to kill Vishnu. So whatever, if we have to have the mercy of Krishna, I will do whatever it takes me to get the mercy of Krishna. Okay? So, and the best, the unsung hero of this whole pastime, you know who is narrating this pastime? Who is narrating this pastime? Narad Muni. Narad Muni is narrating the pastime who is the guru of Prahlad Maharaj. But never once we hear the name of Narad Muni. You see how genuine that guru is. He never said, you see my disciple, I trained him. So Narsmiha Lila appeared for him. No. Not once we hear, we don't even associate Narad Muni with Narsmiha Lila. This is how great a devotee Narad Muni is. You see? Because we would scream out loud. If I went to Stanford or Oxford, every second conversation I would slip in. When I was in Oxford, when I was, in this university. So Narad Muni was even beyond that, but never did he say once that it is because of me. So this is what we can learn from Narad Muni. Okay? So then he is killed, the Leela is over. Now what happens is, let's come to Treta Yuga. In Treta Yuga, what happened was that Ravan, he was a traveler. He used to travel a lot. So once he was traveling and he saw a Rishi Kanya, and her name was Malati. She was very beautiful looking. So he misbehaved with her and got her pregnant. And then threw her in the water. This is what he would do. He would kill them after misbehaving. And then somehow she survived. She did not drown. She was in a very critical situation. So there was a mouse who was in the shape of a human. His name was Indura. He took pity on her. He nursed Malati, but because she was very beautiful, he also had one condition, that I want to beget a child from you. So she had no other option. She said, okay fine, at least save my life. So he saved her, and then the child that was born had the qualities of both Ravan and Indura. So he became a very ferocious demon by the name Mushak Daitya. Mushak means mouse and Daitya means Asur, because he is the child of both Ravan and Indura. Now he again started creating disturbance in the society, and then he worshipped Lord Brahma for thousands and thousands of years. And then Lord Brahma said, what do you want? Again the same thing, make me immortal. I cannot make you immortal, I myself am not immortal. So what do you want then? He said, he applied his intelligence. He said, Narsmiha Dev, he only comes in Satyug. It has gone. We are in Treta Yuga now. So he said, give me a boon that I only be killed by Narsmiha Dev. That has to, okay, you will only be killed by Narsmiha Dev. And then again he started creating disturbance, because he thought, After Treta, there is Dwapar, there is Kali Yuga, and then Satyuga will come. That is very, very late. And Narshimadev only appears during the Yuga Parivartan of Satyuga and Treta Yuga. So I have like trillions, millions, at least billions of years to live now. So what happened was that this news reached Ramji because it is Treta Yuga. Ravan is there. Lord Ramchandra had come to this earth. And then when this news reached that he is actually creating so much of disturbance, what did Lord Ramchandra do? He took the avatar of Bidal Narsimha. Bidal is, the first half of the body is that of a cat. And the later half is that of a lion. Because cat eats mouse. So then Bidal and Narsimha. And then he started beating the Mushak there, left, right and center. And then finally he is inside the cave. It is said he is still inside the cave, and Lord Ramchandra has Bidal Narsimha is still sitting there, waiting for him to come out so that he is going to eat him. So he has millions of such pastimes. And then we know that Ravan, he was actually a great devotee of Lord Shiva. So he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, so he goes to Kailash one day. And what did he do? He lifted the Kailash. So it started shaking everyone, and Mother Parvati also was disturbed. So she became very angry. She asked her husband, "Who has come?" He said, "Don't worry, my devotee has come to show me that he has come actually." And then there is the whole conversation, and then he gets cursed that he is going to be killed. Mother Parvati says that because he disturbed women, women will be cause of killing him. He disobeyed Nandi, saying that monkey, give me way. So Nandi Maharaj said, you will be killed. The cause will be a monkey. The cause will be a woman. And Lord Shiva said, because you have disturbed my people, you are a devotee, I cannot kill you, but I will assist in your death. So he became Hanumanji Maharaj. Now what happened was, why I am telling this pastime is that when Ravan had no hopes, so he goes to Bali Maharaj for help. That, "Oh Bali, you are also Daitya, please help me, I am also Daitya, help." So Bali Maharaj said, "Okay, fine, I'll help you, but let's do one thing." He takes him to a place where there are so many golden ornaments and there is a mountain of gold. And he says, "Whatever you want, you take it, pick and take it." And Ravan, with his, how many hands he had? 20 hands. With his 20 hands, he could not even buzz an inch of that mountain. And Bali Maharaj said, "Do you know what this mountain is?" It is the earring of Hiranyakashipu.
Oh my God.
That golden mountain is the earring of Hiranyakashipu, who was killed by Narshimadev. And that Narshimadev has come with full potency as Ramchandra. You really think you stand a chance? But still, he was so egoistic that he said, "No, I'm still going to pursue." And then finally, Ramchandra sent 3 reminders to him. First, Hanumanji Maharaj comes as ambassador, says, "Give Sita back." No. Angad comes, "Give Mother Sita back." No. When Ramchandra also confronts Ravan, he says, "Even now, if you give Mother Sita back, my wife back, I won't kill you." But then we all know he was killed. So Mother Sita asks after the whole episode, "What is wrong with you? Why didn't you kill him the first day? Why did you kept giving him chances again and again?" So Ramchandra said, "What is it with you? When I came as Narsimha and I killed Hiranyakashipu, you became upset with me as Lakshmi. And you said, 'What is this?' You didn't even give the poor guy a chance to defend himself. You just came, fought and killed him." So that was the first feedback ever gotten by our God.
Oh my God.
And he worked on that, isn't it? He took notes.
Oh my
And
God.
when he came as Ramchandra, he worked on it. And he asked again and again, "Give it back, give her back, give her back." And then he finally, so he said, "You are saying something else then. You are saying something else now." So you know this husband-wife thing goes on there as well. In that world as well, right? So that was Treta Yuga. Then we come to today's verse actually. I'll just take 5-10 minutes more. So here what's happening is our dear Shrivas Thakur, who is Narad Muni, his father passed away, and then they were reciting Vishnu Sahasranam for the departed soul. And when Vishnu Sahasranam was being recited, so in 1,000 names, name of Narsimha also comes, right? Narsimha Vapu Shriman Keshava Purushottamam. And as soon as Mahaprabhu heard Narsimha, he just invoked his Narsimha avatar. So Mahaprabhu was very lovely. You will fall in love with him if you start hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita or reading. Whatever someone will come with devotion, he is like water. Once what happened? Shiv Bhakt came and he was doing Sankirtan Mahaprabhu. Shiv Bhakt came and started glorifying Lord Shiva in Kirtan in the same beat. Mahaprabhu started dancing on him, and Mahaprabhu was 7.5 feet tall. And he jumped on his shoulder, that devotees, and started dancing and said, "My Nandi, let's go." So he was like that. Sometimes he would take Varaha avatar, sometimes he would take any other avatar, and now Nityananda was also like that. He would jump in the water, take hold of the neck of crocodiles, say Hari Bol. And then they have to say Hari Bol. He would enter your room, he would take anything, your phone. If you don't say Hari Bol, I will throw it out the window. You have to say Hari Bol to get your phone back, right? So, Avadhuts, very, very lovely if you hear their characters. So, as soon as he heard Narasimha Vapu Shriman, he invoked his Narasimha form and invoked a club and started running on the roads of Navadip. Said, "I will kill everybody who doesn't say Hari Bol." And everyone started saying Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And then after some time he realized, oh no, this is not good. What did I do? I scared the Dhamvasis. Comes back, very sorry. He says, "Oh Shrivas, I did something terrible today." "What happened, my lord?" "I scared the people of Navadip." He said, "Don't worry. Nothing wrong happened actually." So Shrivas Thakur says, "Actually, you know what? They were taking your name superficially until now. But for the first time, they took your name for their life. And we know when we are in trouble, that time our Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare is the best."
Yes.
So he said, "Don't worry, my lord, you did a favor to all of them." Right? Then he said, "Fir theek hai. If you say that, then I am pacified now." Once what happened was that in Shiva's Angar, the Kirtan would go 24 hours, loud Kirtan. So here we have pub and everything, so they don't complain. But at that time, what happened was, the people of other faith, they started complaining. And even the people of Hindu faith, the Brahmins also started complaining, saying that, "What is this madness? You are taking the name of God publicly, and also the unqualified Brahman, why are they taking the name of God, and all the caste system and my religion and your religion." So many envious people were there. So Shrivas Thakur got the news that, you know what, the soldiers are coming to take you and they are going to kill you. And there was a bad history that the soldiers of other religion and faith, they would come and kill the Hindus. So he started shivering, and then he started praying to Lord Narshimadev. So Mahaprabhu laughed. He said, "He is with me and he is praying to Narshimadev." So what did Mahaprabhu do? He opened the door of Shrivas Thakur. Shrivas Thakur thought it is the soldiers, but then Mahaprabhu comes and he says, "Who are you praying to, Shrivas?" "It is I. The person you are praying to, I am that person." Now Shrivas was confused. He said, "Hey Mayavadvas, you have preached us that we are not gods, and here you are saying you are God. So who do I believe now? You are preaching and you are doing something else. You are saying you are God." And then Mahaprabhu smiled, and then he invoked his four-handed form and he showed his Narsimha Roop. And he said, "Call all your family members. I want to show this form to everybody." And he said, "The reason I am showing is because whoever worships you, I consider them as Prahlad." Why? Because Shrivas is Narad Muni. So whoever worships Narad Muni is Prahlad Maharaj for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why we should take shelter of Shrivas Thakur if we want to please Narshimadev. And then one more Lila is that of the great Chand Kazi. Chand Kazi, as per Ganodesh Dipika, Gaur Ganodesh Dipika, he comes. So once same Kirtan was going on, he comes, he becomes angry, he is the emperor at that time, and he breaks some mridanga. And when he breaks the mridanga, you can read this, it is I think 175th verse onwards, same chapter, 17th chapter. When he breaks the mridanga, the news reaches Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu becomes really angry and upset with the whole episode because mridanga is none other than Lord Balaram. So he assembles all the devotees, and the devotees are in millions. And they reach the house of Chandakazi. And Chandakazi becomes so scared that he hides himself in a room and tells his servants, tell this Krishna Chaitanya that I am not in my house. But now Krishna Chaitanya is not ordinary person, he is a god. He is Antaryami, he knows everything. He says, I know he is inside, call him here. And then the guards called Chandakazi, said, Oh Chandakazi, what sort of a host you are? Guests, millions of guests are waiting, and you are not inviting us inside your house. And then with a very scary mood, he says, okay, come inside. And then Mahaprabhu enters, and then there is a very long conversation where Chandakazi says, you know what? I broke Amridam. Mahaprabhu says, is it really? Is it? Then what happened? He said, that night, as I slept, there was a very ferocious person like a lion. He does not know who is Narsmiha Lila. He said, he is like some Hindu god. He came and sat on my chest. And then he says to me, how dare you break the mridanga? Like you broke the mridanga, I will tear your chest. You are Hiranyakashipu. So Mahaprabhu said, really? Then what happened? This Mahaprabhu is only Narsmiha Lila. He only came. Then what happened? Then he goes, oh, then I said, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. So the lion laughed at me and said, okay, first offense, you are free to go. If it happens again, I am not only going to kill you, I will kill your 21 generations. And also, I am leaving you because this Sankirtan should go on eternally, it should never stop. And today also at that place, Sankirtan goes on.
Yeah.
So, then Mahaprabhu is listening, really? Is that what happened? Yes. Yes, my Lord. So he said, okay, don't worry. And then there was a transformation of heart of Chandakazi, because he is also eternal associate, he is Kamsa, Kalnaini. So then they both embraced, and today also that Samadhi of Chandakazi, there is that embrace of Mahaprabhu with Chandakazi. So these are the pastimes across all the 4 yugas, and then I said this pastime last year, but again, so that our faith increases more on Narsmiha Lila. So just 2 small stories and then we will wrap up for the day. So first was in Cape Town, South Africa. There was a family who were recently they got connected to ISKCON. So they had the small girl was just 5-year-old. She was all younger than you. So she was in love with Narsmiha Lila. So she got a doll of Narsmiha Lila, and she would play with the doll every day, saying Lion God, Lion God. Once she was playing outside and a truck hit her. And when the truck hit her, the father, he jumped from the balcony running to save the child. And then she was rushed to ICU. And when the reports came, the doctor said, no, this is not the correct report. Get me the report of this girl. So they said, no, this is the report of the girl. Doctor says, it's not possible. Not a single scratch on the body. Nothing has happened. But then they scrutinized the body again, and there were marks of nail. So the doctor goes to the father, real story, goes to the father and says, you have reported it wrong. It is hit and run case. It is not hit and run case, it is an animal attack case. So you should go to a different department. The father said, no, this is not animal attack. I was there, I saw it. It was a hit and run case. And then after some time, the girl, she regained her consciousness. So she was asked, what happened? So she goes that the truck was coming at a very high speed at me, but all of a sudden my lion god came and he took me in his arms. And she said, the hair of lion god is very silky, I love his hair, very silky. But you should tell him to cut his nails. Because if he goes to my school, my teacher is going to be very angry with lion god. that he has sharp nails. So then they understood that it was actually Narsmiha who saved him. And another story is again a true story from India. We all know there was an unfortunate attack on the Taj Hotel Mumbai in 26/11/2008. That time there was a squad of 3 people from the Indian police. One of them was a devotee, Nilesh Gaonkar or Saonkar, I think that was the name. And he prayed to Narsmiha before going because he was sure that there were many terrorists and they knew everything inside out. There was 31 casualties, 31 people were killed as well. And these are just 3 people. So they started, there was back and forth fighting going on, and then they threw a bomb in which there was smoke throughout. And the 2 of the police army squad, they lost their lives. And he also thought that he's also going to lose his life. And he felt unconscious. And then after some time, he regained consciousness and he was alive. And he saw that all the other the terrorists, they were dead. And then after some time, he realized that actually when he felt unconscious behind a pillar. And then he could connect that I had prayed to Narsmiha Bhagwan before coming, who protected Prahlad from a pillar. So you see the connection again. That's how Narsmiha he actually saves his devotees. And this is why Prabhupada actually installed Narsmiha, because if you see the altar, it is all Madhurya Ras. When we wake up in the mangal aarti, first thing we sing is Guru Ashtakam. It's in Madhurya Ras. Then tulasi aarti, complete Madhurya. Ei nivedana dhara, sakhi ranugata kara, seva adhikara diye koro rijidasi. Then praying to our Guru, Madhurya Ras. And in between there is Narsmiha. Total opposite of Madhurya Ras. Why? Because of protection. Because Narsmiha is very affectionate. Like I said, this is a love story. It's a love story. For the people of ISKCON, we love. Like outsiders, when they saw this photo of Narsmiha, they became scared. And they complained actually against ISKCON and Prabhupada. That what sort of God they are worshipping. Intestine, blood and everything. What is this? Is this a God? God must be peaceful. Like Buddhist and Judaism and whatever. So when the first time they made, this was the picture when in front of Prabhupada when this picture was made, Prabhupada said, more blood. I want more blood. This is not enough. I want more blood. I want the people to see the love of Narsmiha actually. So when it was made, what happened was that when Prabhupada would go, the devotees would hide that photo. Prabhupada would come back, where is the photo? Oh no, this happened twice or thrice. Then Prabhupada called everybody, come here. How is it when I leave the photo goes? Prabhupada, people get scared seeing Narsmiha. Then he smiled, he said, oh, don't be scared. He is very lovely, actually. You put him on the main gate. That's how Narsmiha was actually installed, because there are many stories in Mayapur, many things happened. Devotees' legs was amputated, so many things happened. But Narsmiha actually saved all the devotees. So on that note, I'm going to finish my lecture. Forgive me if anything I said was not up to the mark. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Narsmiha Bhagwan ki jai, Maharaj ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Any questions? We have a few minutes if you want.
So what did you say? I didn't hear that.
What?
Questions.
If there's any questions.
Yes. Do you have? Or any?
Yes, 7 years ago,
Yeah.
this is only take a minute, I started to produce the drama here. And Masaji knows what, he was one of them. And I only had 3 days to produce the singular drama with Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu. So I used Sudarshan as Hiranyakashipu. His daughter was only 11. There were no boys in our community at that time, that's 7 years ago. She took the part of a boy, and I took the part of Nishida there. I had 3 days only to make the pillar. This cabinet was not there. So I made a pillar as a cardboard. I had to run here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I remember the second day, Manu said to me, you know how to produce a play? I said, look, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. If I can do that, what's this play? It is nothing. You know? So that's the start of my Rama. Only 3 days I had, and we went. And so the son and daughter would watch for it. And then several others, and Mataji took part in one.
What did she become in Narsmiha Lila?
But in a different way. Yeah.
It's very good that he just took that drama. It was like I was. What's going to happen now?
Yeah, when I came, I used to see there was a cardboard of pillars.
And he punched the crowd.
Yes,
And
yeah.
And painted as well. I had to spray paint.
Yeah.
And I had to start with a tape, a masking tape. So it's easy to break.
So vividly you
There
remember,
used to be a
Prabhu.
shop in that here that sold all kinds of fancy things. And luckily, but the shop has gone up now. It's 5 years ago now. They closed. The owner wanted the shop back.
Okay, Prabhu, anybody has a question? Yeah.
I have an incident related to this temple hall only. One day, me, another Vidi Mataji, and one Masha Mataji was there. Masha Mataji was there. So we were singing Gaur Aarti here. Me and Masha Mataji was here, and another Vidi Mataji was in the altar. And after nursing Rev, Masha Mataji sung nursing Aarti. As soon as we sung nursing Aarti, that this one, a frame, that frame, which is over there, it is written, something is written on the table.
Yeah.
It suddenly fell.
Okay.
As soon as we go down, after nursing Aarti, nursing Mohanji and all, and there was no one near to that frame. At that time, we noticed we all were shocked. We three were here, and we were discussing what suddenly happened here. Then we got to know Masha Mataji born on Nursing Chaturdashi, who sung Nursing Aarti, and it was very different moment. I think I might have this picture of that broken frame as well.
Okay.
So this I just wanted to share of this temple.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Very good.
Thank you. Yes, any other question? Comment?
Thank you for the lecture. It was really amazing to know how it Narsmiha connects all the yugas.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yes, please.
So you said, Krishna treats both demons and devatas equal, and even he liberates demons as well, because they are always in the thoughts of Krishna.
Can we all please pay attention? Thank you.
So because the demons are always in the thoughts of Krishna, though they are envious and they wanted to imitate or something like that. So it's the same with people who are involved in material activities. They worship, they come to temple, and still they'll be liberated. Or devotees who are chanting, and they may not be they might be still having some material desires, or they may not be fully in devotional service, but still they're chanting. So will they also be going back to Godhead?
Yeah, that's a good question. So Prabhuji's question is that if anybody has material desires, but still they are absorbed in Krishna consciousness, will they? The answer is yes. Okay. From Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear about one Mohammedan, a Muslim, who was going in a forest, and there was a wild boar, suar, who started chasing, and in their religion, they call suar as haram. Haram is abominable. So I said, haram, haram. But Lord Ramchandra got activated and he just heard Ram, Ram. And when he dies, he goes back to Sankirtan. But now the question is, coming to that stage, we can never look at someone externally and judge them. Pundrik Vidyanidhi, he was in royal clothes and he was fully opulent. So Gadadhar Pandit, he misjudged him, thinking that what happened was Gadadhar Pandit was looking for a guru. So I think it was Advaita Acharya or Haridas Thakur. They took him to Pundak Vidyanidhi. Who was that? Who? Haridas Thakur. Okay. They took him to Pundak Vidyanidhi. So when he saw Pundak Vidyanidhi, he was perplexed. He said that he's a king, sitting in his royal throne, and the servants are serving and such a royal clothes and whatnot. He's a devotee now. And then all of a sudden, Bhagavatam lecture began in the assembly. And Aho Bakiyam Stanakalakutam, the story of Putana came. And Pandit Vidyanidhi, with tears in his eyes, rolled down from his, and he could not contain himself. He became so emotional when he heard that Krishna is so loving that the person who came to kill him, he gave her the place of Dhatri, of a nurse, spiritually. So he started sobbing like baby or like a child, and he was completely absorbed in emotion. And then Gadadhar Pandit goes, how could I misjudge such a great Mahajan? And he took him as his spiritual master. So the point is, we see somebody but we don't know what's going on inside their heart. I could be chanting, but if I don't have the qualities of a Vaishnava, I still would go back to Godhead, but time is separating my going back to Godhead. While other person, even in a different religion, they are good throughout. They are kind to others. They have all the Vaishnava qualities. In the end, like this person, he said Haram before dying. Krishna, it's Krishna's responsibility. He would make you say, because he knows who should enter his dham and who should not. I can make a show, but I cannot enter.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class. So, as you said about Hiranyak's death, Hiranyakashipu wanted revenge. So when he was like when he was on the Vyasas and preaching to everyone like this and this and that follow Bhagavad-gita and this, when he stepped out from the Vyasas, and why did he become like in his true colors?
Yeah, because he's a politician. You are too young to understand this. But during elections, what happens is the politicians, they come on the podium, that is their Vyasasana, and they speak, I will give you free water, I will give you free electricity, I will generate jobs, this and that. And then the money comes, donation comes, and then it is in their pocket. Hiranyakashipu Singh. Grow up first, you will understand this. First-hand experience. Did you understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
And another question is that, is it true that when Jay and Vijay got that curse and they told that they wanted to be demons for 3 lives, is it true that like Vishnu asked him that why do you want to be demons, and then they told that because a demon is always like when the enemy comes to them, they can only think about them a lot and they won't think about anything else because they want the enemy to die. So that's why we want to think about you all the time. So that's why we want to be demons.
Yes, yam vapis.
Smaran bhavam.
Yeah, so that is true. That they also studied Bhagavad-gita, so they knew that if I'm your enemy, I will always think about you, how to kill you. So I will come to you. Okay? Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, for all the morning prayers, we never sing the Palashruti for every prayer. But for Narsmiha Lila, we sing. Why is that?
This I don't know, Prabhu. Like for which one we don't sing?
For Samsara Dava, for tulasi, not tulasi, Chitala Ramajana.
Yeah.
We don't sing the very last
yeah,
verse. But for Narsmiha Lila, we say, you get Bhukti Mukti, you get a good son, that kind of thing.
No, that is not Falashruti, that is the whole Stotra. That is the whole Kavach. It's not, Falashruti is just in the end that you recite this and you will get that. That is Falashruti, but this is not Falashruti, this is part of the prayer. That I am praying that I want this, I want this, I want this. You know? Yeah. Okay?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
that mouse demon,
Mhm.
what was the name?
Indura.
Indura.
No, the demon was Daitya, Mushak Daitya.
Where does this...
First time?
Yeah.
I think this is, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe Kambha Ramayana. There are Shatkoti Ramayana.
Ramayana, yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
Kambha Ramayana, but I'm not 100% sure. Might have to check and get back on that. Yeah.
I sing Mata's lectures in that Shiva. told.
Yeah, Abhay Prabhu's
But
lectures.
in a
is also-
different cult have different
Yeah, yeah,
Ramayana, so in
right.
Europe channels there.
Yeah. No, but she did not mention which Ramayana. I heard the lecture. Yeah. But-
She told about Kalp only. Right?
No, but which version of Ramayana she's asking, which Shastra? Yeah, I'll get back to you. Yes, Prabhu.
How to develop faith like Prahlad?
Develop faith like Prahlad Maharaj. So, there are, of course, it is connected, it's not one lifetime thing. Prahlad Maharaj in his last life was a Brahman boy, okay, by the name Vishnu Sharma. And he fell in love with a girl. He was not too much spiritual. He fell in love with a girl. And then he wanted to meet that girl. And there was no place to meet, so they decided there is an old abandoned temple. We will go there and we will meet. And he had brought roses for her. And then on the day, she abandoned him. She did not come. And he was heartbroken. And he said, I'm going to give my life, but now I have brought these roses. These are 12 euros, expensive. So this should not go in vain. So he saw that the temple is abandoned, there is no pujari, nothing. So he just threw on the deities. It was Narsmiha temple, the deities were Narsmiha Dev, and that day was Narsmiha Chaturdashi. And he left his life thinking that my life is of no use. And in the next life he became Prahlad. The second story is when the Sanat Kumar, they cursed Jaya and Vijay that you go for 3. So it was considered as a Vaishnava Aparadh because Jaya and Vijay are Vaishnava. Okay? So because you cursed them, they got Vaishnava Aparadh. And as part of Vaishnava Aparadh, the 4 Kumaras came as Prahlad. And that is why they had to go, Prahlad had to go through so much of difficulties in his life. Yeah? But coming to your question, as Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Adhyagyanvarnam Prabhatyate, that this is not just one life. The simple answer is, Prabhu, that only when we get the mercy of a sadhu, these qualities will develop. But until then, we need to associate with such people. Like for instance, if my management is not good, I will associate with someone whose management is good. So I will learn from them. If I want to learn Mridanga, I will sit with the players of Mridanga and I will learn from them. So that is the very safe thing, that you associate with such people. And then just wait, pray to Krishna honestly that I get mercy of a sadhu. Then things will come. And this is not one lifetime thing, Prabhu. Lifetime after lifetime we reach there. Okay? Yes, Prabhu.
One question, Guruji. You mentioned about joined two verses from here, two verses from here and combined.
Yeah.
Most of the prayer are being sung by any sampradaya along with the Gauriya sampradaya. Do the Gauriya sampradaya do the same Narsmiha aarti as we do?
So the Vaishnava Sampradayas, I cannot speak for all but it is Tavakara Kamalavare from Jayadev Goswami. This is sung mostly, and across ISKCON, this Namaste Narsimhaya and then Tavakara Kamalavare is sung. But mostly what I have heard is it starts with Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringar. Okay.
Just 1 minute, I will just discuss my realization about it. So we are getting late. I was traveling, Narsmiha Aarti was on the cassette, so I had an accident. So somebody saw me that might be everything died, whoever in the car. I came out without any scratch. This is the one thing. The second thing, someone came who assisted me, left me at home with the car, which I had never seen. And he said, I'm your neighbor. I live in this house. I hadn't seen like before or after. So it's just
Hare
seriously, Narasimhadev reciprocates. Even in my life, there have been so many instances. If we just take shelter of Narasimhadev, 100%, he never ignores his devotees. And second thing, when I started my journey as well, someone, like I had so many questions. So I asked one Prabhuji, who was a brahmachari in Pune, that how do I do my jap better, my chanting? And then he said, you start chanting the Narsimha Bija mantra before your rounds. Ugram Viram Mahavishnam Jalantam Sarvatomakam Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram Nityam Namamyam. Because what happens is, we are chanting to get bhakti. And Narasimhadev is Bhakti Vigna Vinasha. When Hanumanji Maharaj launched towards Sri Lanka, he meditated on Narasimhadev because he was going to find Bhakti. And who is Bhakti Vigna Vinasha? Narasimhadev. So we often, like yes, Prabhupada has asked us that worship Krishna, and our Ishta is Radharani and Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But every avatar has a certain role to play. For instance, in Brajadham, nobody considers Krishna as God. Nobody. How hard Krishna tries, I am God, hey, you are not God. Right? So now, if they don't pray to anybody, they will become atheist. So that is why Krishna takes different incarnation for the Brajavasis. He becomes Vishnu. He becomes Narayan. Why? Because they don't consider me as God, they need someone as God. So pray to Narayan. So for Brajavasis, for Vrindavan, it is Giriraj actually, they worship Giriraj. And for the Mayapur, for Navadip Dham, it is Narsimhadev, the East.
Hare.
Yeah, he manifested because he came from Narsimha Shila, like Mahaprabhu. He came because Narsimha Shila was prayed for by Advaita Acharya. Right? So that is why we will find Narsimhadev in every walk of our life. Most of us, if you are from Maharashtra, the devotees of Ganpati, so the east of Ganesh, Lord Ganesh is Narsimhadev. He is Vigna Vinashak and he is Bhakti Vigna Vinashak. Yeah, so there are so many connections of Narsimhadev to all of us in our life. Okay, and we are all Prahlad Maharaj actually in one sense. Like his own father tortured him, we are also tortured by Maya, we are tortured by the world. We cannot go out in Tilak country and chanting with to our office in Dhoti Kurta, right? There are so many things. So there has been so much of torture, but Narasimhadev is going to come and save us in that. So that is why the whole point was, he asked me that you chant this speech, Narasimha mantra, and it actually helped me. So I'm sharing with everybody. Okay, so Prasadam is ready now. No more questions, right? Okay, thank you. Hare.
His Grace Abhay Giriraj Prabhu ji ki
Jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
It's good.